Folks, this video is absolute gold. Please listen to it right to the end because it's about the way novice traders think about losing. And losing is not a topic that you should push away. You really need to address losing and what it means to you. You'll find the video very insightful, at least I hope so, and most of all extremely helpful because it gets to the very heart of why most traders lose. This is Vic Noble, and again, I can't urge you in strong enough words to listen to this video in its entirety. You're going to hear Darko's micro video that he posted for our premium service members in our Skype chat lounge on Wednesday this past week. And in the video, Darko graphically illustrated the mentality of most traders when it comes to losing versus the mentality of consistently successful traders. Okay? Losing is such an important topic to talk about openly and honestly in this business. And, I'm afraid that a lot of people just gloss over the losing part and only show you nice fat winners, which is misleading. Okay, so enough said. Let's get to it. Okay, so Darko made this video to answer a few questions in our Skype chat room, but he also went further and he talked about losing because becoming comfortable with losing is a vital part to being a successful trader. Kind of ironic, but that's the way it works with trading. And when members have losses and they are in the early stages of their trading career, then they can easily get bummed out. They can get down on themselves and start looking around for a new system, which is almost never the solution. So what I'm going to do is let me show you the trades that people had questions about. And keep in mind that this video that Darko made was made before the final results were known for these trades. And I mention this because I want you to see and think about how the psychology can play out. The first trade was not here. This is the S&P. It was on the Swiss yen pair right here. I won't bother with all the background. It doesn't really matter. We had a sell here. We had a sell on this pair right here at this level. And after it got filled, price went down. Then it came straight up like that and hit the stop. Actually, there was a stop above here to the pip. Okay? Well, this turned out to be a losing trade, but that's not the kind of loss that we took. In fact, I'll give you Darko's results on this. What he did is he moved it, as soon as price reacted, he moved a stop above here. He only took a 10 pip risk on this, a 10 pip loss because price did react as expected and gave us the opportunity to move our stop down, right, to here. So the bottom line, a very small loss, 10 pips instead of it would have been 26 pips. That's a huge difference. The question is, does that loss change your mindset for other trades that you might be in or other trades that are coming up? See, if you truly have an edge and an opportunity presents itself, you have to take that trade, right? You don't know what's going to happen. Here was the other trade, another one. There's three of them actually that day. Here's the second one. It was on the Aussie. And I'll just go to the entry time frame chart. The sell was right here, right at this level, right in here. Okay. And keep in mind, the Swiss yen had already had a loss, okay? And now here you are. Look how price went sideways and chopped around here 9 or 10 hours later. And you're still not into profit. So the question is, what's your trading plan? Well, you could have moved your stop from above here to above here to above here, right? You could have done that, which would reduce your loss, which is a very good idea. But is your mentality tainted because of the earlier loss on the Swiss yen? Well, only you can answer that. But look what happened to the trade. It went straight down, right? It turned out to be a really nice trade. We had lots of members take that trade, by the way, in our Skype chat room. Almost all of them made money, about a 2-to-1 reward risk trade on that. Okay. Aussie CAD, the US CAD. The US CAD was another trade that happened. That was this one here. The entry on this, let me just go to the 1 hour chart. The entry on it was down here. Oh, where are we? That was right here at 133.05. And it got up to about 133.45. The initial risk was 25 pips. What would you do? How would you manage this trade? Would you take some profit when it got up here? Right? Because actually, this was a very, very strong level of daily resistance. Let me show you the daily chart. It was a bullish scenario on this pair, but this level here, price is going to have to get through here, 133.35. Okay, so the question is, what would you do up there? Or would you do something else? Let me just go back to the hourly chart again. Would you do something else? Would you maybe just move your stop to break even, to your entry? See, we have rules for all these things, and I'll be the first to tell you this. The rules are not 100% objective, and how people manage a trade does vary from one to the other. They're never quite the same, but our rules are pretty darn close to being 100% objective. We have some things that we absolutely adhere to. Now, I want you to hear what Darko had to say about handling emotions and learning to accept losses. I really love the way he put this. It's so important that you get this and you learn to embrace losses, because then and only then are you going to make it longer term in this business. Okay? And remember, don't forget, when Darko was talking in this video, he didn't know that it was going to turn out to be a very nicely profitable day. So stand by. Here's Darko.
So these are the reasons why I'm taking those trades, and I'm taking those on my live account. If you lose, I lose. Okay? And just because the market has been very iffy lately, don't start doubting yourself, because it's just hurting you more than helping you. Okay? And this is with trading. I have no idea what's happening next. I'm only using my edge into my favor. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. Okay? So being a live coaching trader for more than 2 years, and I was a profitable trader since May 2016. I think it was 2016. Yes, with my big trades, I had since May 2016 until today, I had 2 losing months. Okay, one of them was I don't remember. Was when I got my breakthrough in May 2016. It was by 0.5%. September was just around 1%. Okay, so I have lost 1.5% in more than 2 years. More than 2 years. Is those stats good enough for you? Would you be happy if you had that result? Okay, and there are months of break-evens, or better than break-evens, and profitable months, and there are losing months. Just because you have a losing month, that does not mean you are not a stage 4 trader. You can be a stage 4 trader and have 4 losing months out of 12. You can also have 5 losing months out of 12. Nothing wrong with that. Don't get spoiled because of my results before. We might very well have 2 losing months in a row in 2019. Might even be 3. This is the beauty, because if you go back, I urge you, go back and watch these PMAs where we made plus 350 pips in 1 week, per week. Okay, yes, maybe it was only 2 of them. It doesn't matter. If you go back and watch these levels, it's the exact same level I'm pointing out today than I did back then. Nothing has changed. It's the still same candle action. It's the still same pin bars. The still same spinning tops. Nothing has changed. Okay? The only problem is the market is changing, and what we need to do is when we are in this phase, we need to have faith until price market do this for us. So these ups and downs, ebb and flows, is what we live for. That's trading. Okay, that's the passion, that's the beauty, that's the mysterious about trading. The only thing is that stage 4 trader, they stick to this until the curve is pointing up. Stage 1, 2, 3 trader, every time they are moving in this direction, they freak out, changing system. And then when we are enjoying this, and then they change their mind back to what we are doing, and then we are in here taking, like, I don't know, 800 pips profit for 1 month, I think I had at most. And then they start going back to my system, and then they are experiencing this might be for me minus 100 pips. For an amateur trader, it might be minus 800, because they don't know how to risk manage their trades, because they are not being with me long enough to learn this properly. And then they freak out again, and then I'm just sitting still. Maybe this one is 120 pips total, and then I enjoy this. Maybe this is plus 400. Okay, And this is what I mean. You never know how deep this will be and how deep this will be until it's over. Try to master your mind. And I make this like more like a longer session for you, to encourage you, to make you understand this is trading. You have involved yourself in a financial business. Emotions don't belong in here. Throw it away. Open your window right here, right now. Take your emotion and throw it away. Okay? Be a robot. And that's it. Hope that makes sense. I hope that you become and this is the thing, if this goes against us, I have no idea if this goes up or down or sideways. I have no idea. Do you? If that's the case, let me know, and I can even pay you for your crystal ball. Okay? Hope you enjoyed this session. Relax. Nothing has changed. Don't get panicked. It's only a trading day. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day. Bye-bye.
So like I said at the beginning, losing and the mentality that goes along with it is such a critical part of trading that you have to really think about it and what losing means to you. Do you take it personally as, something bad, or do you accept that it's part of trading? And even though you have an edge, you still never know if a trade is going to be a win or a loss, right? This is not trivial. And and like I said also at the beginning, it's at the very heart of why most traders lose. The reason most people struggle with success is because they fail to get a proper education from a coach who will tell them the truth about trading and winning and losing, right? They just watch a YouTube video, or they see something on the internet. Maybe somebody says that they make, 50 pips every single day, and these people actually believe it. So they just go for it with reckless abandon, and of course, disappointment ensues. Here's the bottom line. First, you need to make the commitment to learn. And then you need to give yourself enough time. If you think you're going to, get it all in a week, you're kidding yourself. It's not going to happen, not even in a month. That is the truth. And Darko and I really, really want to help people with trading. And I got to give a quick plug for Darko. This guy is passionate about helping people beyond what you can imagine. And he sacrifices a lot for our members, and we are all very grateful for having him with us. If you're a Coach's Corner member, you sure know what I'm talking about. And finally, here's the thing. You need to have courage, okay? And along with courage comes vulnerability, doesn't it? In trading, that vulnerability is losing, right? You could lose. Vulnerability and courage always go hand in hand. So, for example, maybe, you work up the courage to say to somebody, I love you. Hey, they may not feel the same way, so you're vulnerable to that rejection. Okay, but you know what? Despite vulnerabilities, with courage comes great growth and ultimate success. There's no other way to experience great success than to muster up courage. You have to do it. Okay. Anyway, get honest with yourself about losing. Actually, leave a comment. I'd really like to hear from you. Are you truly okay with losing, or does it still bug you when you have a loss? Let me know. And one last thing. If you could like this video, we'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to follow us to be notified anytime we put out a new video. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great weekend, and happy Thanksgiving to all of my fellow Canadians. Take care.